had one friend. Situations in life coming, you gotta trust them. Found out many times in life you can't trust men. So I rolled solo, that process was an adjustment. Friends let you down, not around when you're needing them. Only here to take like a child, got you feeding them. Better off leaving them like salt, that's the seasoning. Killing black people, that sugar really depleting them. Knowledge over ignorance, rising above predicaments. Fighting for equality, speaking for all the innocents. These drugs they've been giving us, turning our people vigilant. Innocent dissidents, violence is coming imminent. Gotta fall a couple times to learn the lessons faster. Thinking will it matter if I skip a couple chapters? This life that I'm after got me climbing up the ladder. Won't be another rapper, bankrupt with the chapter. On another mission to get rich, it's big chips. Head past the crown on solid ground, the kid switch. On another level, these devils can't block the business. The kid get psycho with a rifle, get your wig split. Change the game passively in the back, so happily. Jersey. All right, now we're back and we got audio. We got audio. Man, shout out to Tanisha, man. She was the only one that commented and said, yo, the audio ain't working. And nobody else said nothing. But it's all good, man. We back. And y'all can hear me now. So hopefully everything is straight now. I mean, I don't know what happened the first time, but we back now. We had a little glitch with the system and the matrix, but we are back. And I got a great talk for y'all today, man. Like, this is a topic that is near and dear to me because this is about development, personal development. Us as men, us as people, right? One of my missions when I started working in this space, right? I wanted to help people, and I wanted to help people the same way I was helped, right? And for me, one of the major things that helped me was reading, right? And I've read a lot of books while I was incarcerated. And one of the books that I read was this very book that I'm going to share with you. And I want to get you guys to tap in with me. You know, let's have a conversation. Hopefully y'all can hear me this time. If you're seeing the video now, leave me a comment. Let me know if the audio is working. I don't know what the heck happened the first time. Oh yeah, I hear it. I can hear it. We good now. So now that we back, come on, tap in with me. We'll get y'all back on here. Sorry for the mistake, y'all. I don't know what happened, actually. We don't know what was going on, but I'm glad we got it straight. Facebook's been acting weird lately. I don't know why, but hopefully they get it together, man, because this is a platform that we use to put our information out there. And we want to make sure y'all can get to it, right? Now, we gave away a free commercial last time to our local business entrepreneurs, but unfortunately, it has not been claimed. So nobody has claimed it. We tagged the winner, but she didn't come forth yet. So we will do that, spin the wheel again for our local business owners to get a free business commercial because we really want y'all to have that. So like I said, the person who won didn't claim, so we want to spin again, and we're going to have a new winner. But today we're going to talk about something that's kind of like a little personal, especially for men, right? People always ask me how I changed and how I got to this point of understanding that I have, and I tell them it was through a lot of education, through a lot of reading, through a lot of God, you know, just breathing on me. And one of the things that he brought me to was this amazing book right here called The Way of the Superior Man by David Deida. Now, this book was influential to me because, for one, I never read a book that actually taught you every aspect of being a man and engage you in every single aspect at one singular time. And a lot of the messages are hard to deal for some men because he talks very straightforward. But the information in the book itself is valuable. And I wanted to read directly from chapter 2 today. Well, I ain't going to read all of it, but I have a quote that I highlighted. And the chapter is called Live with an Open Heart, Even If It Hurts. Closing down in the midst of pain is a denial of a man's true nature. A superior man is free in feeling and action, even amidst great pain and hurt. If necessary, a man should live with a hurting heart rather than a closed one. He should learn to stay in the wound of pain and act with spontaneous skill and love, even from that place. Even from that place. Brothers, let's be real. We know life hurts. You're going to fail. You're going to get exposed. You're going to even hear words that cut deep sometimes. It could look like a project at work that you thought was going to kill it, and you bragging on this and that, and then all of a sudden it fall apart. Or a business investment. Maybe it's your girl. She catching you in the lie. Or maybe you just come home early and you hear her joking about one of your weaknesses. Something that you might have told her, or you might expose to her when you thought you were safe. In those type of moments, what do you do? Do you collapse? Do you hide? Do you close yourself out? Close yourself off? Or do you crash out? Because that's what most men do in those situations. But that's not freedom. There's no power there. And that's not life. That's not life that God designed for you to have. Y'all feel me? See, David Dieter calls this the way of the superior man. To live with an open heart, even if it hurts. See, because when you close down, when your chest tightens, your eyes, they look away, your breath gets shallow, you trap yourself. You're no longer present. You're no longer available to act, to lead, or to love. So check yourself right now. This is your natural state, right? Whatever you is right now. What's your chest doing? Is it open? Are you open and relaxed? Your shoulders are back and loose? Or are you tight? Are you tight? See, the man who can stay open, who can breathe like into his belly, lift with his chest, look straight into another person's eyes while his heart is breaking, that person is truly free. That man is truly free. And freedom is everything. See, this is a hard lesson for a lot of people to learn, because in order to really get this lesson, you have to be honest all the time. You have to be honest with yourself, and you have to be honest with others, even if that truth hurts, or even if that truth is hurtful. I've had to break people that I love heart just by being real with self and being real with others around me. Sometimes you have to tell the truth, and telling the truth, it hurts. It hurts. And as a man, you have to be strong enough to hear the truth back. See, at work, if your idea gets rejected, the easy move is to check out. I know this. The easy move is to, catch an attitude, get to acting like a bee. That's what I call it. Or some people quit quietly. They wait till lunch break, wait till the break, then they slide out and they skirt off, right? But the superior man, you're going to take that sting. You're going to take that shot to the chin. You got to breathe deep. You stay open again. And then you be ready to create again. You be ready to win again. You'll be ready to try again. Because a superior man doesn't quit when it gets hard. It's the lesson. A superior man doesn't quit when it gets hard. A superior man doesn't quit when things are hard for him, or when it's hard for him to hear. Because sometimes some truths are hard for us to hear. We don't like it when our wives call us lazy and it's telling they the truth. We don't like it when our wives is like, yo, you being a pig right now, you slappy, I ain't never had a house like this. We don't like to hear that. We don't like to hear that it's us, right? We don't like to see the flaws in ourselves. But the lesson here is a superior man who is honest with himself and honest with others. He is the one that truly gets to live free. Say this with me, y'all. When y'all watching, the key words of the day: stay open. Stay open. In relationships, 70% of divorces are initiated by women. Why? Because of emotional unavailability. That's why. Too many men shut down. That's what we do. We shut down. But the superior man, you have to learn. It takes time. You have to lean in to those vulnerable moments when it gets uncomfortable. That's when you have to work harder. You have to try harder. It takes a practice, right? But you have to lean in. You have to open yourself back up. Because I know you're ready to shut down. You're ready to shut down and catch an attitude. But you got to open yourself up. Open your mind back up. Open your eyes back up. Open your heart back up. Even when you feel shame, even when she expresses something to you that's shameful, bruh, last night our episode, it wasn't good enough. I didn't get to finish the show. You got to do something better to help me finish the show. As a man, you hear that, it might sting too deep, right? And you start to close yourself off instead of leaning into that uncomfortable feeling, that anxiety, that frustration, that shame, right? You close yourself off from those feelings instead of leaning in, right? Because a superior man will lean into that and then figure out, what can I do to improve? What can I do to make better for self and for those around me? That's true. That's like true strength. True strength. And a superior man shows true strength in that way. Shame can't kill you. Shame can't kill you. This is how I walk around free in everything that I do. Right? This is why I tell about my past. Because you can't shame me in anything that I've done in life. Because everything that I've done, I made it a choice. For one, it was my choice, my decision. And I'm not ashamed of any of my choices. Because as a man, I never told on nobody. I never touched no kids. I don't do some of these despicable things that people have done. I've always held myself up with honor, with dignity, with respect, with a code. So I'm never ashamed of the things that I have done that have been shameful. Because in those moments, they were decisions, they were choices that I did. And I live with them. And I'm comfortable with those moments. I'm comfortable even in my weaknesses now. I don't have to be in the best clothes. I don't have to be driving the best car. Because I'm comfortable with self. See, a lot of people is trapped in a prison, in a mental prison, because you're too scared to be yourself. You're too scared of the shame. You're too scared of the rejection. You're too scared of what other people are going to say. You're too scared. When a superior man is not scared of anything because you live with freeness, like a freedom that people don't understand. Jesus said in the Bible, he says, I want you to have peace that surpasses all understanding. And in the original text, I believe the original Greek word that he used for peace, shalom, there's many different words in the English language that mean shalom. Shalom is like peace. Shalom, peace is like peace at work, peace at your job, peace with your loved ones, peace with all your environment, peace with everything, like peace in everything, having total understanding and total oneness with everything. A true peace that people don't understand. That's what Jesus was asking for people to have. And you can't have that if you live in lie. If you live in a lie, or you're not being open, you're closing yourself off. You're not having that peace because now your people is not satisfied. Your woman is not happy. You're not happy with yourself, right? And that's why we get to where we at. See, for mental health, this right here can be life or death. 1 in 5 men is struggling with mental health. And too many don't ask for help. Too many of them don't ask for help. Closing off kills. Openness saves lives. Speaking up, reaching out, breathing through pain instead of burying it. That's true strength and that's courage. See, it take a strong man. It take a strong man to reach out, especially to another man and ask for help. It takes a strong man to message another man and say, yo, I need some help. But sometimes a strong man needs another strong man to help pull him up out of the hole, the pit that he's in. And I found out in life, we don't have enough strong men to be out there when these other men are calling out for help. So we as a people got to do better at that. We as a people have to do better than that. We have to raise strong men to be men and to be available to help other men that need help. Because it takes a lot of courage for a man to ask for help. The system shows you, and it's designed to not help a man. The system shows you that it is not designed to help a man. So how do we build this up, right? This resilience, this freedom, this courage, this honesty. You got to train it just like everything else. Step one is you got to notice your body. Notice your body. When your chest is tight, when your breath like starts to cut short, that's that closure. You're starting to close off. Right in those moments, you got to open yourself back up. Take a deep breath. Stand tall. Soften up your chest a little bit. Breathe into your belly like deep. Try it right now. Try it. Just sit tall. Breathe deep. Breathe out. You feel the difference? See, when we feel with that anxiety, that shame, that hurt, we tight with it. The breaths come rapidly because we tight with it. Our faces all scrunched up. That ain't free. Free is being able to open up your chest wide, letting them breaths come out slow. Step number 2. This is hard for me because I'm neurodivergent, but you have to stay in eye contact. Stay in eye contact. Look them directly into their eyes. Even in those shameful moments, even in those hurtful moments, you look them directly in their eyes. Directly. Even when you want to look away, don't do it. Train yourself. And it takes a lot of practice, especially for me. It takes a lot of practice. But try. Train yourself to stay connected. Men, don't drop your gaze. Don't look. Look away. You got to stay present. Stay present. Step 3, respond. Don't react. See, reacting is defensive. Responding comes from presence. See, reacting, that's what too many of us do. We react off those emotions instead of responding. When you're responding, that means you've already analyzed all of the factors, all of the feelings, all of the emotions. You've already taken them all into consideration. So when you're responding, that comes from presence. And presence only lives in an open body, an open heart, and an open mind. Now, when I hear that hurtful thing that would normally cause me to crash out and go crazy on my girl because she said something that was true for her, you didn't finish the job. Now, where I would normally crash out and act this way, now I'm using all of the information. I'm staying present in the conversation and I'm learning. And then I can be ready to build. I can be ready to grow, and I can be ready to respond in love, not crash out and respond or avoid it or gaslight like it ain't real or whatever the things that we do, deflect, put it on them. That's not what a superior man does. A superior man lives with an open heart, even if it hurts. Repeat after me. Open body, open breath, open heart. Open body, open breath, open heart. Brothers, pain is not the enemy. Closing down from that pain is. To live with an open heart, even if it hurts, is to live free, to love fully, and to lead with truth. The superior man is not the man without wounds. He's the man who stands in the wound and refuses to close. Say this with me. Strong enough to stay soft. Strong enough to stay soft. I once heard Bruce Lee quote a famous line, and he said, "To be water, my friend." And to be water is to be flexible enough to do both, right? To be water is that meme that says, get you a man that can do both. Y'all know what I'm talking about. That's what it means to be water. That means strong enough to be soft. I'm strong enough. Whereas water can cut through any metal. If it's pressurized at the right pressure, water can cut through metal. Water can knock over tall buildings. Water can kill a lot of people. It can destroy a lot of things. But at the same time, water is soft. At the same time, you know, just like a diver. When a diver enters the water, right, with a proper angle, it's like effortless. They can cut through it like butter. But let you hit that water at the wrong angle, then all of a sudden that water becomes firm and it becomes like concrete, right? This quote reminds me of that when Bruce Lee says, be water, my friend, because you have to be strong enough to stay soft. Strong enough to stay soft. I know that's a hard thing for a lot of macho men, man, to understand, but that's the real power. That's the way forward. You have to live open, even here, even now, even when it hurts. Y'all with me? To be open, even when it hurts. That's your true power. Because then they don't have the power to hurt you, right? When you live with an open heart, even when it hurts, that means you tell the truth at all costs. No matter what it costs after that, you're strong enough to live with the consequences. He should learn to stay in the wound of pain and act with spontaneous skill. Staying in the wound of pain, that's understanding that what I'm saying is the truth, and I know it's going to hurt, but I'm going to stand on that. I got to stand on that. That's what it's all about. Hope y'all enjoyed this edition of the Community Soldier Podcast. Man, thanks for tuning in, man. If y'all just tapping in, rewind it, check it out, share the video. We're going to come back at y'all later, man. We got more for y'all today, so stay tuned, man. We'll catch up with y'all later. Grandpa told me you lucky to have one friend. Situations in life coming, you gotta trust them. Found out many times in life you can't trust men. So I rolled solo, that process was an adjustment. Friends let you down, not around when you needing them. Only here to take like a child, got you feeding them. Better off leaving them like salt, that's the seasoning. Killing black people, that sugar really